Hello and welcome to another edition of Pause4three Reloaded, my 15-minute Saturday morning discussion. This week, I came through to you with messages on avoiding greed and why we must be content with what we have and not be jealous with what others have. When greed takes a better part of you, it will drain and make you a bitter person. It takes the joy you feel for others and replaces it with hate. This morning, I'll be discussing why your everyday actions should not end up ruining a successful relationship you may have built over a period. Joining me is my very good friend, Maame Efua Houadjeto, an entrepreneur and CEO of Image Consortium. Welcome, Maame Efua, to Pause4three Reloaded.
Thank you very much, Obuobia. It's a pleasure being on your set.
And it's good to see you.
Good to see you.
Pause4three is sponsored by FlexiPay, Endless Possibilities. I'm sure you have met a number of greedy persons in your busy corporate and business life. How do you react to such people?
Thank you. First of all, it's not easy identifying them, immediately. They come to you, woo you, become friends of yours. And gradually, the characters start popping up. They're very selfish people. They are not caring. They take advantage of people. They are also manipulative. And they end up drawing a lot of energy out of you. People like that, it's not really easy to find them out, because they end, they find a way of coming to you, pretending they are your friends. But before you know, there are people who do not admire you. All they want from you is either destroy you or take what you have. And these are very selfish people, and that is what I will call a greedy person.
And I call them friend enemies. They are your friends and you think that they are your friends, but they are not your friends, because what happens is that they get so close, they get to know too much, and then they use it to destroy you. What I want to know is that when you come across those people, how easy is it taking them out of your life? Or how easy is it deciding that you will not go to a certain extent with them, but you manage them at some level?
Well, it's a character trait, It's not easy taking people like that out of your life. First of all, you'll have to find out yourself. What is it that makes you, what inspires you? What makes you grow? When you're able to identify that yourself and realize that you can focus on what makes you happy, what makes you thick, what makes you fly higher and higher, you find a way of gradually avoiding them, But sometimes we do not know, so we think that having them and talking to them makes us happy. But when you immediately identify that one of the things that drains you emotionally is probably your friend, then you have to look at it again. And these are the signs, They would ask for a favor and you will give the favor. Then the favor keeps adding up, Can I have this? You'll make it available, and it keeps coming and it keeps coming, and you always have to keep up to it. You realize that you're always keeping up to something. And sometimes you ask yourself that when you asked that friend, will that friend give you? Sometimes it's not even material things. It's just simple things like compliments. Obi, you are into, you have a beautiful show going on. If you have good friends, they should be able to tell you that you look beautiful on set. I love
like
how
you do all
spoke.
the time.
They should be able to compliment you and, encourage you and inspire you. You understand me? But if that doesn't come, and it's always, your lipstick was too red and your dress was too long, and how expensive was the dress, comments like that are red flags, and you should start noting them down, and you should start looking at the person again.
But how difficult is it for some people to just be content with what they have? You understand me? So you have a boyfriend who takes very good care of you, is traveling around with you, giving you gifts and all. So you decide to discuss it with a friend. And the next minute you realize that friend is going out with that boyfriend. You understand me? Isn't that greed? What is it?
That's enviness. That's another stage. You know, from greed is being excessively selfish and uncaring. But when it gets to that extent, then the person is just envious. And that is what it is.
So why will somebody have a Louis Vuitton bag and you walk around with your Zara bag and the person goes like, I love your bag, I want one of it, it's beautiful, it's colorful than mine and all. Clearly that person is using all the expensive stuff that you cannot afford. But the little ones that you are able to afford, that person still wants it.
You see, selfishness, greediness, enviness is a character one develops. They are not born with it, but from the environment that they come from, they end up, you know, wanting more than they have. And when that character keeps growing, you know, then those things start registering. So they never have enough and they are never satisfied. It is not just girlfriends. It could even be your boyfriend, your husband. You know, sometimes you have boyfriends and husbands that when you even sit at table to eat with them, and they are not happy seeing you happy. They are not happy seeing you eat, you know. Probably you are one of those that want to have lots of protein on your food. You know, some women do that because, oh, I don't want to put on weight, I don't want to do that. So they end up eating more protein. And you get your man look you up and down. And what he's thinking is that, what is my mother eating? What is my sister eating? And you sit here, eat all of this and complain. You know what I mean? It happens, it's real, it's life. You know, so it is not just close friends that will drain you. I mean, relationships also, you know, the opposite sex of relationships also can drain you. So we have to be careful whom we pick as our close friends, whom we pick as our partners. We have to be careful.
So, Maame, how difficult is it being content with what you have? So I have all my Zara stuff, I wear them, I'm happy, I roll around, I'm able to go everywhere I want to go and be a confident person because I know that this is what I have and I've made the best out of it.
You know, with some people, it never stops. With other people, they grow, mature, and actualize. You reach a stage in your life and you realize that, you know, I am here and I don't need anything anymore. I am here and I'm happy with myself. I am here and I must learn to love myself and learn what I have. I mean, learn to appreciate the little I have. You know, God bless us every day in our lives. If we do not find a way of appreciating the blessings that God gives us and the little that we have, we will not grow as human beings. There's a time in our lives that we must mature, we must actualize. And that is important for everybody to
And that's when I always think that we sometimes we behave as if that we are not happy with what the Lord is doing for us, what God is actually doing with our lives. Because clearly we want more than what He's giving us.
I think this is what your show is doing. Your show is reminding everybody out there that we have to count our blessings, name them one by one, see what the Lord is doing for us, and appreciate life. Appreciate what we have. Appreciate friends and appreciate relationships. It's difficult to come by one, but let's make what we have heaven.
Let's make what we have heaven. Join us on Facebook at Pause4three. Here are some of your comments on Facebook this week as we discussed being content and also about jealousy. This one says, thank you, madam. May God bless you for the message. I learned a lot from it. This one is from Starboy. And Rukaya Rashid says, you are an inspiration. Thank you, Rukaya. And Doreen Sedinam Vanle writes, thank you, my role model. Greed is indeed a destructive spirit, which we must make a conscious effort to eschew. A reflective Monday it is for me. Thanks once again. Kwame also, I love you. I always read from you every day that we post Pause4three, and I think that you should keep it up. And Kwame also says, I think we should avoid comparing ourselves with others. I agree with you. The moment we do that and realize that the person is ahead of us, we become jealous, which makes us greedy at the end. And can people really overcome their acts of greed?
Yeah, like I said, some will never overcome it. It's their nature.
They will grow and die with it.
Yes, and be bitter, you know. But some will eventually change. They will reach a stage in their lives and realize that material things are nothing anymore. They will like to seek more for, spiritual, God's spiritual riches, you know. And that is what we should be aiming at.
Have you ever sat back and asked yourself, why not me, but him or her? You know, sometimes you sit down, there's an appointment or there's something that is given out and then it goes to somebody else. And maybe your expectations are that it should come to you, or maybe you think that you were the right person to maybe occupy that position, but it goes to somebody else. Have you ever sat down one day and thought that, why not me?
No, not me. I mean, I come from a background that will not even cross your mind. But what happens to me, and I believe many people out there, is you see your friend growing, you see them in some positions, and you are like, I have to also work hard and get there. I view these things with admiration. You know, you see a friend, I'm already the CEO of my company, and I have friends who are board chairmen of other companies, and my thing is, I have to work hard and get there. Or they've achieved something else that I have not achieved, and I keep telling myself that I probably have to work extra hard to get there. So for me, it's full of admiration for my friends who make it, and for myself, I tell myself there's more room for improvement. I must grow, I must work hard, I must do something different to also get there.
A lot of people think that these things happen within women instead of men. Most of the time you don't see jealousy, greed around men. Most of the time it's about women.
It happens both ways. It happens with women. Women, because, you know, sometimes most of the things that they want or they leash on are material things, and you know, women have a way of showing their jealousy, but men are also equally greedy. You have a man who has his very good friend who sleep with his girlfriend, who sleep with his wife, would take, I mean, they want to possess everything you have. And why would they do that? Because they are jealous of you.
I wish we could continue this discussion. They
would go behind the scene and even destroy your job, you know. You may be doing very well at work and they go behind you and try and destroy because they know so much about you.
And 15 minutes is gone already. Thank you, my darling. Maame Efua Houadjeto is CEO of Image Consortium. Thank you very much for your time. I shall be hosting you again very soon. We'll talk about other pressing issues
My pleasure.
So far as our motivation as a country is concerned. Pause4three Reloaded is brought to you by FlexiPay. Endless possibilities. Join us on Facebook and Instagram at Pause4three. On YouTube, subscribe to our channel at Pause4three TV. See you as always on Monday and Thursday at 7 a.m. And on Saturdays, we are on at 8 a.m. Thank you.